and I'm going to talk about now about outsourcing and offshoring and its advantage and disadvantages. Outsourcing involves employing a different company to do part of the work of your company needs. For example, instead of having an accountant working for your company, you pay a specialized accountant firm to do the accounts for you. So, in the business world, much people do not recommend that the company outsource its financial part, because for some companies the financial part is very important and it contains secrets that they don't want the rest of the companies to get knowledge of those secrets. The advantages for a company is that the company doesn't involve in long-term contracts, which help them to save money. And there is no retirement plan for the workers. And the disadvantages for the company are that they have less direct control. If there is a problem with one of the workers that are working with the other company, the outsourced company, they have to contact first the main or the director of that company to commend him what happened with the worker. The company can go direct to the employee to say that he is doing a bad job or he's doing bad. And it may create a dependency on the service provider. It's more likely the same I just said, that they have the company who contract another one has to be always in contact with that company to see what is happening with the employees, do the work, and all those things. Now, offshoring. Offshoring is like outsourcing, but the difference of offshoring is that the company has to move parts of its activities to another country, perhaps because costs are lower or to be closer to their markets, the main markets. For example, a car manufacturer in Japan may move a factory to Britain. It may include outsourcing, what I just said, that is like outsourcing but in other country, and the activity to a company in another country. The advantages and disadvantages. The advantages for the company is that the company is near to its markets, the markets they want to reach. Is the case of Mexico. Mexico is a strategic country for too many companies who wants to enter to the United States. The companies that can enter to the United States easily, they can go first to Mexico, and like Mexico is near to the United States, they can reach too many customers, and they can do from Mexico the work they want to do in the United States. Lower costs. You know that many companies move to other because the workforce is cheaper than in other countries. Increased revenue, and for the receiving country, more employment. When a new company opens its doors, this causes a new employment, new offers of employment, and living standards improve. When people have work, the economy suffers a dynamism, and people have more revenues and can't spend too much. So it's the cycle of the economy. and the know-how because you move technology to other countries, or maybe you can acquire new technology in the country where you move. For customer, the customer has and the people has a wider range of products, so they have more options to choose, and lower prices because of there is a big offer of products. The disadvantages for the company is that sometimes moving is expensive, and in other countries there are political unrest, like the case of Venezuela, that they always expropriate companies, and the companies doesn't want to move there. Well, now. Not too much control on the quality because they can see all the time what happened in other countries. On a skill stuff, like the case of India, there are not too much people educated or that have degrees, and they can work and they can do efficiently the job that is offered for the company. And for the receiving company, the competition with local market, a new enterprise in other country that causes a new competition. And for the customer, quality products, low quality. This is with the hand with this, that like there is not too much control, so in quality, the company can enter to offer products that doesn't have too much quality. Now we're going to see some examples of outsourcing and offshoring. Magdalena University has his housekeeping and the security service outsourced. You know that the company in charge of housekeeping is Casa Limpia. And I can remember now the security service. What?
Clean Depot.
I think. Okay. And the famous cases of Nike. The Nike has a problem outsourcing its production. They moved to India, but they contract another company who were in charge in that time of his production. And they that company in India start to come to hire children for the work. So they enfront some legal troubles because of this, because of the political parameters of the company. It doesn't include children working for them, just people more than 18 years old. And they enfront these troubles because of because of outsource its production. And General Motors is an example, and the major of the cars company of the cars industry is an example of offshoring. They move its assemblies in several countries. For example, in Latin America, Brazil has become an important market for General Motors, and they move an assembly to Brazil to assemble cars there. So that's all. Do you have any questions?
I have one. When you mentioned that outsourcing and offshoring were the same.
We're more like the same.
Well, the difference is no. Okay, one is very different because when you outsource, you pay others to do some of your job. In this part, you move your people, you pay your people. You don't
Well, I was reading yesterday about BPO, what our country is doing, and they were talking about offshoring and outsourcing. And in offshoring, they were talking like outsource the part of your company in other country. So you contract, you are here, but you contract in Venezuela a company like Nike, like the sample of Nike, that they contract a company in India, they hire a company in India, and to make their production in a.
So that's a mixture.
Yes.
They mix.
Yes.
They still.
They join.
Okay.
Something like that. So
Okay.
I was reading about that because I was confused with both terms.
Okay.